Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. It is a new season for the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. Here we are being congratulated and greeted by our hometown fans. So, a lot has happened during the offseason. I'm going to bring you up to date today, and then starting, the next game, we'll be back into sort of regular Swindon Town Swoodilypooper mode, me talking about the things that you want me to talk about. By the way, let me know what you want me to talk about. Derek Milborough is our referee. Today we're taking on newly promoted side Burnley. There you go. You see other John Green, nay Bennett, shaking hands with the ref. Of course, other John Green's still part of the team, as is bald John Green. You'll notice, however, the first thing that you'll notice probably is that we have a new goalkeeper, L. Camp. We will need you to name him. I don't have a good name for him, so just tell me what you think. Ricardo Bunsen-Berna left the team. He left because he's in love, and he's now playing for a Serie B team in Italy. That's great. I support him. I think he'll have great luck there. But we were all a little surprised. There's beautiful bald John Green and his gorgeous blue boots. It was a big decision, but Ricardo Bunsen-Berna, he is a passionate man. And, the interesting thing about passionate people is they make those decisions that you or I might call rash, but to them, it's just, that's just how life is lived. We've got a few new players as well. But first I've got to tell you about some unfortunate departures. Some of these departures had to do with money, but most of them didn't. Most of them had to do with people not wanting to be part of the team anymore. Oh, look at beautiful other John Green. He's big, he's tough, he has a brilliant puff. Other John Green. Look at that. That's a new school Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers goal because we aren't always going to be crossing it into the box. Sometimes we're going to be trying to score like that with movement. It's all about movement with the new Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. Voluptuous Pericard and his wife Alice had decided that they needed a little more money to take care of their family. I support them in that decision, and they are now with Voluptuous Pericard is now with a championship side, making $10,000 a week, which is twice what he was making for the Swoodilypoopers. So fair enough. Hard to say no to that. I missed a big opportunity there. I apologize to my friends, my fans, my family. So Voluptuous Pericard has moved on from the squad, as have several sort of older Swoodilypoopers, a couple of whom retired, a couple of whom moved on to other teams. The big change in the back is Saras moved on, as did, you may remember, Pettinari. Who was a one-season replacement guy. He moved on. He's an Italian, and he moved back to Italy, although he's playing for a Serie A side, so he won't be playing with or against Ricardo Bunsen-Berna. That was not a good cross. That was not. I was looking for some far post action there. I don't know how to really make the far post crosses work better. But anyway, we have a bunch of new players as well. We had a $16 million transfer budget this year. Some of that had to go into wages. Other John Green's wages are now like $90,000 a week. And I asked him to take a pay cut, but then he explained that is not actually a feature of the game, even though he would take a pay cut if he could, because, of course, the success of the Swoodilypoopers matters much more to him than money does. And, he can never, obviously the guy would never play for a team other than his husband's squad. It's, he's our best player, and he's the biggest reason that we're where we are. I don't think anybody else moved on of note. I don't think you guys are going to be upset with me about anything else. Perry almost moved on. There were several offers, transfer rumors surrounding him, and he was sort of playing it very coy, saying, I've always loved the Swoodilypoopers. I, of course, scored a goal to help them win the FA Cup, and it was the Swindon Town supporters will always be in my heart and crap. And I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, we love you. Oh, other John Green to ball. John Green, go hug your husband. Oh, John Green's bald. Another John Green's. They love each other and they love our team. 2-0 up against Burnley in the first half. This is Swoodilypooper football, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have some new guys. You're going to see our new forward in the second half, I think. But right now, for instance, you can see. Oh gosh, oh gosh! Oh, look at that L Camp with a fantastic save. He doesn't have a nickname yet, but he doesn't need a nickname to be making a great save. His nickname is never going to be as good as Ricardo Bunsen Berna. I mean, he could make a third-degree Berna. I don't know. Think of something good for El Camp, please. Please. Not, I know it's not going to be as good, but, just the best you can make it. That's the thing I miss most about Ricardo Bunsen Berna is his nickname. So right now you can see Zapata has the ball. He's a new central midfielder for us. Very, very highly rated coming out of the Liga de Brazil. He's a Brazilian guy. I don't know much about him yet, but I'm looking for you to tell me about him in the form of giving him a nickname. His name is Zapata, Zapata. So work with that as best you can. And then out here, of course, you got French, the Lana. So his relationship with the Swoodilypoopers is unchanged, as is twice his vice. And right now, Holden, S. Holden, who, of course, is based on the player Stuart Holden. We've now reached the point of the Swoodilypoopers where we can recruit actual players who are so famous that lots of people know who they are, which is kind of a blessing and a curse. I have a complicated relationship with that because I like, truly fictional players where someone like Stuart Holden, people, and particularly in the U.S., know exactly who he is. But anyway, Stuart Holden plays for us now, but I don't want to call him Stuart Holden because I don't want him to be, a real person unless he has a great nickname like One Size Fits All. I want him to have be a person with a nickname. So, yes, think of a good nickname for him. Oh, it was a great release! Ball John Green! Ball John Green! He's a finisher! Go hug your husband. What a fantastic use of the Y button by Ball John by other John Green. Fantastic stuff. And then look at Ball John Green with comfortable in his boots, just nice, takes it nice and slow, and then precision because he's a finisher. Wow, 3-0. I mean, this might match our best result of the season last year, and it's happening right here at the beginning. It's really great to see the Swoodilypoopers just firing on all cylinders. Yeah, and then out to French, the Lana. In fact, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we don't get any injuries or anything and bring in some new guys. Oh, that was a nice pass. Oh, he doesn't finish. Okay, we're going to take out Ball John Green, another John Green, just prevent injuries. And also, I want to introduce you to our new, to a few of our new players. So we've got a new striker. His name is Jay Angel. He's a 75, which is almost as good as Ball John Green. And then, of course, we still have D. McGoldrylocks. He scores occasionally, and he also sometimes finds the perfect bed. As you can see, we have a new left midfielder to replace Pettinari. His name is Monterrubio. Oh, Monterrubio. That might be a sufficient nickname in and of itself. We can just sing, Oh, Monterrubio. I don't know. This goalkeeper was brought on because Ricardo Bunsen Berna left. We still have Fat Lucas, though, don't worry. And Boots Wellington, Ginger Rampage, also on the bench. Maybe we'll bring in, is French the Lana tired? Maybe we'll bring in Monterrubio. Just give him a sense of the game. You can also see there our new central midfielder, S. Holden, who we need you guys to name. And then we have a new central defender, Jay Basanta, who I need you to name, as well as C. Zapata, who I already talked to you about. Zapata and Basanta, both from Brazil, which is great because I figured it'd be nice, if you had some people who, as you're learning the team, if you have some people you're familiar with, you're comfortable with, they'd played together. And I don't know if they're friends. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're enemies. We'll find out. They seem to be cool with each other in the locker room, though. We've had a nice. It seems like this group of Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers is going to be great. By the way, speaking of people who almost left the team, that wasn't a foul. The whole reason I play soccer is so that I can occasionally hug people from behind, and it hurts my feelings when the referee says that that's against the rules. But I've got to say that Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin made a lot of trouble during the transfer season. Oh, that's a foul? All about how he wasn't played enough, and he's this, he's better than... Whoa, that was dangerous, actually. He's better than a lot of our other players, and blah-bitty. And I got really frustrated with him because The truth is, he's just not as good as the John Greens. He doesn't score as much. I have to sneeze. This is a disaster. Oh, God. Achoo! Oh, it's so hard to defend when you have to sneeze. Oh, it was terrifying. I never want to go through anything like that ever again. Oh, boy. All right. Wow, here we go. Look at McGoldrylocks at the far post. Oh, he wanted it. He was hungry. Jay Angel, he can't have a song about him yet because he doesn't even have a name, but he was hungry. I like it. That's not on goal. Not your best work, sir. The truth is, no one will ever head the ball. We'll never have a center back who heads it in like one size fits all. But one size fits all is now 38 years old. And he doesn't want to play every day. He wants to. He's told me that he wants to figure primarily in our European exploits. We're in the Europa League again this year, of course. So is McGoldrylocks hurt? I don't have a sub. I'm just checking. Oh, that is frustrating. He's hurt. I don't like to see a hurt D. McGoldrylocks. It makes it difficult for him to find the perfect bed. So there's one other thing we need to talk about, which is that this is going to be the last season of the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. I'm sorry. I have, it's sort of a good news, bad news situation. I talked to the guys, and they just feel like it's time. It's time for, frustrating. They feel like it's time to move on, specifically time to move on to FIFA 13. This will mean, radical changes. We may have some of the same players, but we won't have all of the same players. And, these guys know that this is the last time they're going to play together. This season is the last time that they're going to play together as a team. It's going to be a new chapter and a new story next season. It's going to be mostly new players, and we're going to be back in League One, and we're going to have to build a new story, a new chapter in the life of Swindon. I think we can do this, and I'm excited to do it. I'm confident about it. But yeah, it is going to be. This is the last season with John plays FIFA 11 as the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. So that's a big momentous occasion. I think it's time to move on to FIFA 13. There's some things that you can do in FIFA 13 that you'll be able to do in FIFA 13 that you just can't do in FIFA 11. I want to consider doing, being able to play Nerd Fighters and because I'm so skillful that I know I'll dominate all of you. But mostly it was just that the guys felt like it was time. They've had 6 wonderful seasons together, and they want to try to win as much as they can this year, to play as well as they can, and then to leave the best possible situation for those who will come after. So that's the story. This is it. This is our last season. We've got to play wisely, courageously, and as a team, and that's how we're going to experience glory. We're going for it all this season. Speaking of which, I do have $5 million left in the bank. I need you to tell me who I should be picking up here at the end of transfer season. Or maybe I'm also thinking about just leaving that money until January when we have a better sense of the needs of the squad and any injuries that may have occurred. So if that's okay with you, I think that's what I'm going to do. A great victory despite the injury to D. McGoldrylocks as our opponents grab their knees in shame. We celebrate a wonderful start to the last season of the FIFA 11 Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. Look at Escar go. The guy, pure joy. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.